is like garlic to a vampire.
The big point for me, and I say it to a lot of people that aren't even into a lot of the investigative stuff. So I say, right, forget 5G, forget vaccines, forget this, forget that, forget all of it. Explain to me why, and it's so blatantly obvious, they are cooking the books and making coronavirus figures higher than they truly are. I mean, I'm getting messages from people whose family members have died and have been labeled with coronavirus on their death certificate, and they're kicking off because they didn't die of coronavirus. So if you've got a global pandemic which is threatening all of us, why do you need to make the figures higher than they really are? Just that simple question. Why do you need to do that?
Exactly, massively higher than they are. I mean, what's starting to happen now, slowly but surely, is physicians and people in the medical profession starting to seep out and point out this thing that's going on, where whatever you seem to die of, you are said to have died of COVID-19. And I saw some very interesting figures this week of deaths from all causes compared with last year. And as the death figures for COVID-19 have gone up in their figures, so the number of people dying from other causes has gone down compared with other years. So anyone see a connection there? What do you think? Oh, sorry, YouTube, too much truth. Susan Wachowski's shouting panic. So yeah, that's a great and obvious question, and the answer is pretty bloody obvious as well.
It is. I had a conversation with a guy the other day, and I was saying that if they want to make a vaccine for coronavirus, then it would cure other diseases. So just give it to everyone to cure every other disease, because apparently you can only die of coronavirus now. You can't die of cancer anymore. Now, if you stay in your house and you don't go out and you just watch telly, that cures cancer now. So that's a result.
Yeah, well, two things to that. First of all, there was there's a video on davidup.com at the moment, and it's a physician in America, a lady, who's explaining how the death certificates have been manipulated to have coronavirus on them all over the place. And this is now coming out in more and more countries through the medical profession, who people just seeing what's going on and are absolutely freaking sick of it. But the other side of it is that, deaths are going to go up compared with what they would have done, which will, again, give them more chance to put coronavirus on the death certificate because of the lockdown. You've got old people shut away with no exercise. How many old people are shut away on their own, late in life?
Yeah.
Their husband's gone or their wife's gone,